Good morning, this is Randy. I was thinking that there actually were some clear signs that I was about to be shocked and discarded, and that the mask was about to be removed. Now, of course, I wouldn't have known any of this, not knowing who I was dealing with or that there even was a mask. But I think I'm seeing a pattern here that there are signs, maybe 6 months, even to a year before you get discarded if you're in a long-term relationship. And the sign is that the narcissist spouse or long-term live-together partner asks you to really put yourself out there and take a huge risk. Asks you to move to another state, quit your job. As I mentioned, my friend was asked by her narcissist husband to do right before he told her he's dating other women. Maybe you are asked to have a baby with the narcissist. Maybe you are asked to sell your house and move in with them. Maybe you are asked to move away from your children and your support system and move closer toward them, or move in with them, or move to their town. Maybe you're asked to start a business with them and quit your job and go into business with them. Let's see, what else would be a big move? Maybe you're asked actually to get married. You're asked to get married when you haven't been asked to get married. Now you're asked to get married, to make a big life change, to risk something. Maybe you are asked to make a very large purchase with the narcissist, like buy a car together, purchase a foreclosed home together, purchase a business together. You're asked to invest your life savings with the narcissist. Something big. Maybe you get pregnant. Maybe you didn't want the child. Maybe you're considering abortion. You are asked and pleaded with to not have an abortion. Have this child. We'll make it go of it. I'll take care of you. Something that's going to change your life. The narcissist has no qualms about asking you to do this. But it's not like a normal situation where this person, although you think he is normal, or at least, not evil, you don't know this yet. It's just that, it gets kind of romantic. It's like, wow, this person really, they want me to take this huge risk. And they wouldn't want me to take this huge risk unless they were totally sure, right? They wouldn't want to have a baby with me unless they were totally sure that they wanted to be with me forever. They wouldn't ask me to move away from my children. They wouldn't ask me to invest my life savings with them on a business unless they were really sure that they were going to be in this with me forever and together. Wow, how romantic. They are just so sure of our relationship. They're ready to plan the future. They're ready to sink or swim with me, you and I against the world. We'll be together for the next 18 years. We're ready to have a baby. Let's get married. Let's do it. Let's pool all our finances. Let's start this big business. Or let's finally move together. You come here. Sell your things. I'll take care of you. We'll do it together. We're partners. And so what's really interesting is that those end up being signs later on when you're looking back. Those end up being signs about what was to come. You were being set up to be discarded. You may have refused. You may have done it. You may have jumped into all that head first. You may have said, no, I'm sorry, I can't move. Then you get discarded and you go through that whole crazy breakup mess, find out that they were cheating for so many months or even years prior. And part of what's so shocking is because just 6 months ago, they had proposed to you, or even a week ago they had proposed to you. Now they're discarding you. Or just a year ago, they were bothering you to try to, sell your home and move in with them. Or they were asking you to basically change your life and take a huge risk for them, and you weren't sure about it. You knew that it sounded too romantic. It was a big risk. Maybe they wanted to have a baby with you. They said, I want to get you pregnant. And you just think, wow, why in the hell, when you look back, why did they do that? Why did they try to make me invest my life savings, invest the next 18 years of my life plus, having a child with them, get married to them, put a ring on my finger, sign all the papers, blend all the money, change all the circumstances, maybe quit my job? How could they have been so invested and so clear, so ready and so willing to have me take so many risks? Perhaps co-sign. That's what mine did. Co-sign for a $35,000 van. Will you do this? Why don't you move in with me into another house that I'm selling? He lived here, but he said we should sell this house and I should move in with him to this other crappy house. And then as he was walking out, he said to me, we should have had a baby. All of that stuff. It's like he was salivating. Had I done these things, had I gotten pregnant, had I moved, had I invested $30,000 with him on a van, I was still going to get discarded. It was just going to make it that much better for him. That's what he was preparing for me. So this is why this comes as such a shock because that narcissist has likely just prepared you within the last year, all the way to more recently, within the past couple days, before you find out all this information about him, that he's been cheating and that you're being discarded, or that you need to discard him. And you realize he has been setting you up for complete and utter failure, for a complete and utter breakdown, as a plan to ruin your life. And to some extent, he does ruin it, at least emotionally. He ruins it. But depending on those risks that he's asked you to take recently, and whether or not you did them, thinking that they were some romantic gesture, that this was some kind of, forever love, with him knowing that it wasn't, while he's cheating, knowing what is about to happen, waiting for the best moment to do it. How long had he waited to do it? How long had he known he was going to do it? How long had he known that he was going to leave you, looking like some piece of garbage on the curb? How long did he know he was going to do that? And the longer he knew he was going to do it, the longer he knew this was going to happen, the more things he asks you to take risks for, because he's setting you up. And it's really sad, because it doesn't bode well for a real relationship with someone who's normal, who actually does love you and is asking you to take a risk with them. Because I will never trust that again. Taking a risk. My friend was asked to quit her 22-year job and go move to Texas with her husband. Another commenter here, Sandra, was asked to move and give up her life in one area and her stability, possibly her job, and then discarded immediately after that. This is the kinds of things that makes us think that they planned it. And these are the things that make us so shocked. It's not like we were just like little lap dogs, following behind this narcissist, and they never loved us and we knew it, and they were treating us like crap, and they never planned anything, a future with us, and, then they dumped us. No, these people ask you to take a lot of risks for them, and they seem extremely sincere. Just like mine said, we should have had a baby right as he's walking out the door. We should have had a baby? How does that fit into your walking out right now? You mean you would have been happier had you been leaving me and a baby or a child rather than just you walking out on me? You would have preferred it if this situation had a child involved, right? Yeah, we should have had a baby, all right. So he got married to the next person pretty quickly. He did ask her to move away, quit her job. She did. She changed her life. She put her master's degree on hold. And what's going to be next? A baby. What's he waiting for? How far is he going to push her until he does the discard with her? Thanks for listening, guys.